last week was a blur. Who let me into Google, y'all? Let's talk about that. But also, Tir Tir is launching a new foundation, and we have more sneak peeks at the Glamlite Lord of the Rings collection. I'm so excited. I'm sure you guys are too. Let's get into episode 17 of new makeup releases. So if you haven't been clued in yet, every Tuesday we sit and chat about all the new makeup that has been shown. I have some new makeup with me to show you guys. I did film this look in case you're wondering. I know you're like, oh my gosh, Karen, you look so glamorous. This palette is actually available today. In case you're like, hold up, did you tell us what palette it is? It's actually the new Spectrum palette from Sigma Beauty. Yes, it's neutral. Yes, it kind of looks a little bit boring, but let me tell you, if you want to turn up some gorgeous neutral looks, I think we have the palette for you. So I will link this down below. I do have a discount code with Sigma Beauty. KH Makeup 10 saves you some money on the Sigma website. And this look, along with my New York City vlog, get ready with me, unboxing. It's gonna be a mishmash video, should be up this week. So stay tuned for that, but I had to try out this palette. I was actually gifted this by Sigma Beauty at Creators and Friends. I was at Creators and Friends in April, and I had a long list of palettes to try out, but I was waiting to try this one out because Sigma is one of my favorite brands. And let me tell you, they did not disappoint. So check this palette out if you are looking for a beautiful, effortless, go-to neutral palette in 2025. Okay, so the next palette, I did talk about this last week already, but this is the Singe Beauty Agate Temptation palette. Also got this at Creators and Friends in Destin, and we finally have a launch date. So it's launching this Friday, and that'll be at noon Central Time. And this is my friend Angie's brand. I did post 2 looks with this palette on my YouTube channel, so check that out if you are curious about this palette. If you want to know if it's tan girl friendly, I've had such a blast with this one. I think it's probably my most used palette of 2025. I even took this traveling with me, and so I've created lots of looks with this palette, and she does not disappoint, y'all. So make sure you're setting your alarm for Friday at noon Central Time because you're gonna want to get your hands on this palette. Okay, next I have 2 palettes that are already available. I can't remember if I showed you guys Smoky Glam last week, but Bella Beauté Bar did send me this. Unfortunately, I was traveling, so I wasn't able to get anything up in time for the launch, but I did use this actually this weekend. We had my daughter's birthday, and I used this palette on my eyes. Created a really pretty mauvey look, and you'd think by now I would have thought to take a picture or at least put it on my Instagram story, but no, y'all, it was crazy. It was chaotic, so I didn't get to do it, but it's a really pretty mauvey palette with some fun, cool tone shades, and you guys know how much I love Bella Beauté Bar's formula. So if you've been thinking about this, it is already available on their site, and you can use my code KHMakeup. It is a affiliate code, so if you use it, I will make a commission, and I'm super duper appreciative of that. And then last but certainly not least, another palette that did show up, and I wasn't able to create with it because of my chaotic schedule, but I will definitely be doing a look with this, at least one. This is the Mingo palette from Davidi Beauty, and look at this palette. Oh my gosh, I love pink, I love green, I love pink and green together. This is so fun, and I cannot wait to dive into this. They have a great formula as well, very pigmented, and yeah, this is my 3rd or 4th palette from them, so they're a little bit newer to me of a brand, but I'm so appreciative because they did send me this, and I cannot wait to play with it, y'all. So let me know if you have been eyeing any of these palettes. I'm so happy to have them with me, and I wanted to show them to y'all. Now we're gonna go ahead and slide on over and talk about some of the newer makeup and perfume announcements that I've seen floating all over the internet. Okay, first of all, we have to talk about this new ColourPop and Disney collaboration. I don't know that I knew anything about this. I haven't gotten any emails or anything from ColourPop about receiving this in PR, and that's okay. I'm not a huge Lilo and Stitch fan anyway, so I'll be fine, and I still haven't done anything with the Tangle collection. They sent that to me while I was in Florida, and I just didn't get around to filming with it, so that's also on my list of things to try out this week or hopefully in the next couple of days. But we have the new Disney Lilo and Stitch collection by ColourPop, featuring tropical, super pigmented shades inspired by your favorite fluffy alien sidekick, launching May 15th at 10 a.m. Pacific time on ColourPop and on May 18th at Ulta in-store and online. So we've got the Beach Dreaming Palette, Ultra Glossy Lips. There's 3 of them in new flavor technology, whatever that means. Shadow Stick Duos Instant Crush Cream Blush. This is a pH changing blush technology. And the Super Shock Highlighter tie-dye finish. So that is so fun. It's very colorful. The packaging of the glossy lips is so cute. They look like little popsicles. I bet your kids are gonna love that. And then there's a beautiful eyeshadow stick duo with like a blue and a purple shade. The pH blush looks gorgeous. The highlighter looks gorgeous. I will say that's not my favorite packaging. So I think overall I'm okay with not picking this up. The palette looks very light, very pastel-y. I don't think that it's for me, but I'm so excited. How fun. It's always fun to see new makeup. And I know ColourPop just had a big birthday. I feel like, did they turn like 10 or 15 or something? Let's see if it says on here. I know they had a big birthday and I was like, wow, that's so wild that they've been around for so long, but also like how exciting. I don't see it. I don't see how old they are. But if you guys know, let me know, how old did ColourPop turn recently? We must have talked about it, but I can't remember to save my life. So anyway, that I thought was really cool. And then we've been seeing tons of sneak peeks from Glamlite. I'm so excited for this, y'all. I have not been this excited about a Glamlite launch in a long time. So we talked the last 2 weeks that they are collabing with Lord of the Rings, and that is one of my favorite like fantasy series, and I'm so excited. So we got to see the new highlighter. This is the One Ring highlighter. It says it's your ultimate key to unlocking the most coveted glow. This duochrome masterpiece embodies the magical allure of the One Ring. Infused with shimmering sparkles, it delivers a light reflecting glow that enhances all skin tones. I can't wait. The photography looks great. I'm not really expecting to be super blown away, but still, this is just so fun for me. And then we also have the Lord of the Rings Everstar lip treatment. And this is a soothing exfoliating lip scrub and hydrating lip mask. They usually do those with most of their collections. I will say they're very generous with the amount of lip scrub you get usually and the lip balm. So you probably don't really need to buy multiples, but I'm so pumped. I think this is one that I'm going to get the entire collection. We also have a Eye of Sauron lip kit. This is a 3-piece lip kit. And it looks like there's a gloss, a lipstick, and a lip liner. Pretty standard for Glamlite. So we haven't seen the palette yet. I don't think they've announced when this is launching, but since they've kind of ramped things up, I'm assuming it's coming sooner than we think. So hopefully in the month of May, we'll have this collection in our hands. But yeah, I'm so pumped. So I had to chat with you guys about it. And then I wanted to talk about all the fun new goodies I spotted on the Sephora app. And they have some app exclusive stuff that was available today as well. So I haven't shopped for anything really in a long time. And so I was really excited to see that they launched the new Laneige lip sleeping mask flavors, as well as their hydrating balms. So they launched in the flavor matcha. And this is the matcha bubble tea, and the other one is called taro bubble tea. I do love me some bubble tea, and I love their hydrating lip balms, so I had to get both of them in the new flavors. I did skip out on the lip sleeping mask because I just don't really enjoy that. So skipped on those, but I did grab both of the lip balms. And then we talked about this last week. Supergoop is launching Glow Glosses. These are SPF 40 lip balms with peptides and shea butter, and we have 3 flavors, so vanilla soft serve, pink peppermint, and strawberry spritz. And I was almost gonna get strawberry spritz, but I had to have like a little talk with myself. Really don't need any lip balms, even though these are SPF lip balms. I've never actually experienced a sunburn on my lips, so I think I'm gonna be okay, but these look very juicy and delicious. So they are available on the Sephora app. And then we have from Josie Marin, she's hopping on the hair fragrance mist train. So we've got so many new fragrances from that brand. We've got Vanilla Vibes, Golden Hour, Topless Tangerine, and Bohemian Fig. I know people swear by Josie Marin's like body lotions, and I think the previous Sephora sale last year, I grabbed some of her body lotion as well as her like face lotion, and I really wasn't that impressed with either of those products. So I guess I know now that I'm not really interested in Josie Marin. I used to use her argan oil on my face, but it's been a hot second since I felt like that was enough for my dry skin. So yeah, overall, I'm definitely going to skip on the body and hair mist, but I thought I would mention it because it's something new and I know that brand has a cult following. We also had a app exclusive launch of the Pat McGrath Skin Fetish Glass 001 Legendary Glow Setting Spray. So this retails for $38, and we did talk about this last week as well. And I thought this was very beautiful. I love seeing all the posts of the glass skin look, but I definitely am trying really hard not to buy setting spray this year because I have so many that I want to use up, and I keep getting some NPR, which I am not complaining about at all. So yeah, super excited about the idea of glass skin, but I definitely don't need it at this moment in time. And then of course I had to buy all three of these because I really wanted to smell them. And we have the new Ellis Brooklyn hair and body fragrance mist. So I did see some feedback on my community tab post about the price of these because it is $35, but I think the bottles are quite big and they are glass if I remember correctly. So they launched lychee milkshake, mango milkshake, and banana milkshake, and I'm so excited. I think my friend Angie got these in PR and we talked about these in New York, and I'm pretty sure she told me that the lychee one was her favorite. But I think all of these sound magical and fun, so I did end up grabbing all three of those, so I can't wait to smell them. And maybe I'll do some kind of reel or short for you guys, just kind of giving you my first impression thoughts on the different fragrances. We also have from Makeup Forever, they're launching a multi-use product. This is the Artist Color Crayon Waterproof Multi-Use Stick for cheeks, lips, and eyes. So we've got contour shades, we've got blush shades, we've got highlighter shades. They also look like you could use them on your eyes. So very fun product. They're $33 a piece, which isn't too pricey, but still, if you're gonna want a contour, a blush, and a highlighter, that's 3 shades times 33, so you're looking at almost $100. It says it's a pigmented, long-wearing color crayon in blendable shimmer and semi-matte finishes that can be used as a blush, eyeshadow, contour, bronzer, or highlighter. So I do love Makeup Forever, but I don't think this is something I'm absolutely gonna need, so I'm gonna skip on that for now. We also have Westman Atelier launching Lip Shape Defining Lip Liners. These are going to be $34, and they've got 7 shades. So they've got Sable, a warm rich beige, Geriv, a blushy nude, a dusty nude. We've got Mulled Peach, which is a really pretty color, neutrally pinky taupe shade called Cacao, and then we've got Biscuit, a beige coffee, and Lulu, a deep wine. So these are really pretty. I haven't really tried a lot of Westman Atelier products, but I know people are going to be really excited for these, and yeah, those are coming to the Sephora app on 5/27 in case you're curious. Here's something I definitely want to pick up. It is so expensive, but Prada Beauty is launching Prada Light Glowing Highlighter Powders. We've got 3 shades, so Champagne, Pink, and Deep. I think I'm going to get my hands on Champagne. It's going to be $90, which is so insane. Actually, I don't really know if I'm going to have the money for that, but we'll see. It's a glowing, weightless highlighter that effortlessly blends onto skin for up to 24 hours of refined pearlescent look. And I think that shade just looks so beautiful. I do love some of my Prada Beauty products. Actually, I don't think there's anything from them that I've bought that I don't love. So I'm super duper excited to try out this highlighter if I get the chance. We also have from Tower 28, they're launching the SOS Face Guard SPF 30 Mineral Sunscreen. It is summertime. People want new sunscreens to try out. And I think Tower 28 is great if you have sensitive skin. So check it out. It says it's a clinically tested, non-greasy mineral SPF 30 made for sensitive and acne-prone skin that won't break you out, burn eyes, or leave a white cast. I always recommend Tower 28 to my friends that have sensitive skin. And I recently tried their SOS moisturizer and I thought it was really good. So I could see myself purchasing that during a Sephora sale. We also have a Youth of the People sunscreen. This is the Youth Screen SPF 60 for $30, and it says it's a lightweight, no white cast SPF 60 UVA UVB sunscreen that hydrates skin for up to 24 hours while defending against the visible premature signs of aging. So that one also sounds good. I have loved the Youth to the People Kale Cleanser for so long, so I think if you're looking for a sunscreen, that might be a good option as well. Jo Malone, I feel like this is a existing fragrance, but we've got Nectarine, Blossom, and Honey Cologne, and I can't tell if it's new or not. It's on the new page, so it's a floral, it's a fruity floral, and it says, this delightfully playful fragrance is fresh and fruity, the essence of ripe peach plucked from the market stall in an early morning sun. Cassis, honey, and juicy stone fruit shimmer alongside the delicate scent of spring flowers. A luscious perfume, subtle, sweet, with a touch of sophistication. Honestly, sounds lovely. I'm going to pass though because I need a fragrance like I need a hole in my head. And then we have from Natasha Denona. This is already available on her website, but it's on the Sephora app for preview. This is the High-Gen Bronze Energizing and Hydrating Priming Serum. So it looks like it's just going to give you like a really pretty sheen under your makeup. It's a lightweight primer serum infused with hyaluronic acid, peptides, and powerful humectants for up to 72 hours of moisture, oil control, and bronzy glow. I feel like I know somebody that would really like this. That sounds right up their alley. $48, I don't need it, so I'm going to be passing on it. We also have some new releases from Fenty. So Fenty Beauty is launching a Fenty Treats Hydrating Strength Lip Oil in Passion Fruit. I really like her lip oil, so this looks really pretty. It's a ultra hydrating lip oil that goes on clear and cushions lips with a decadent fruit oil and vitamin-rich cherry extract. So check that out if you're looking for a new lip oil. We also have the Butter Drop Whipped Oil Body Cream in Citrus Sorbet, and it says it's limited edition. A sweet scent that blends blood orange, fizzy lemonade, and pink sugar. I feel like I've heard that their body butter is so good, so hydrating. I actually got a little sample size from the YouTube shopping event I just went to, so I'll have to try that. I didn't get this scent, but I'm excited to try the formula. And then we have from Charlotte Tilbury, there's so much new stuff on the Sephora app. The Dark Spot Correcting Radiance Recovery Serum. So this is a dark spot serum that clinically shows to reduce the look of hyperpigmentation, age spots, sunspots, under eye circles, and post-blemish marks. It retails for $90. I feel like I've heard good things about Charlotte Tilbury skincare. Am I going to spend $90 on that? Absolutely not. But it is available on the Sephora app if you're interested. I also spotted this. This is the Tarte Maracuja Juicy Transfer Proof Lip Tint Stain. So of course they have to keep doing more Maracuja Juicy lips. And now we have a stain. So we've got Ice Pop and we've got Lolly, which is the rose. And the other shade is a berry shade. So I wonder what exotic vacation they're going to go on to launch this product. But it's a long-wearing lip tint with a pom-pom cushion tip for effortless transfer-proof color that stays juicy from AM to PM. Honestly, I feel like that product is going to be very catchy, very handy. I can totally see teens and like college age people being really into the vibe of that. And then we have a foundation from Merit. So this is the Uniform Tinted Mineral Sunscreen Broad Spectrum SPF 45. And I guess it's a SPF skin tint type product. But it says a light as air, non-comedogenic tinted mineral SPF that provides broad spectrum UVA, UVB protection with sheer buildable coverage for a natural finish. So technically it's a sunscreen. It's a tinted sunscreen and not a foundation, but I feel like Merit only has that like concealer stick product, so it's fun to see them come out with something else that's complexion. I'm definitely not going to be picking that up, but I know Merit does send out a lot of stuff in PR, so I'm assuming some of your favorite creators will be reviewing that product for us. And then we have One Size by Patrick Starr Powder Melt Glass Setting Spray. I actually got to try this because my friends got this in PR and they bought it to New York, so I was able to try it. It's $34 and it's a skincare infused hydrating setting spray that seamlessly melts powder layers for a radiant glass-like finish that lasts all day. So I did spray this on. I did spray it on over the Face Bond foundation, so I think they kind of canceled each other out because the Face Bond foundation is very like waterproof, so it didn't really give it too much of a glow, but I think this product is very cool. Currently, I'm trying not to buy any setting spray, so I'm going to pass on that for now. We also talked a little bit about the Fleur Peach Skin and Beach Skin Body and Hair Fragrance Mist, and those are available for preview on the Sephora app now. If you wanted to bookmark them, check it out there. But yeah, lots of fun new products, and I cannot wait to get my Sephora order in so I can sniff some of those new fragrances I picked up. I was definitely keeping an eye out for all new things on the Instagram. And we have from By Terry the new Tea to Tan Powder Blush. This is a hydrating skincare infused powder blush. Buildable coverage for natural flush to an intense finish, smoothing, protecting, and nourishing. We've got 6 shades and they retail for £45. I don't know if it's available in the US yet, but Trendmood's got a post, so I wanted to give it a little mention because those look so pretty. And then we have from Glossier the new Lip Glaze Cooling Creamy Lip Oils. These look really pretty. I don't know if these shades are going to be super flattering for my skin tone, but it's a refreshing sheer glaze of color and lightweight, non-sticky shine with a nourishing formula that melts instantly on the lips, delivering long-lasting care and up to 12 hours of hydration for smoother looking lips for $22. So we've got icy, frosty, chilly, tangy, creamy, and melty. And these will be available on May 20th, so keep an eye out for that. I don't know what the world is coming to when I start talking about hand sanitizer on a new makeup releases video, but I feel like these Touchland hand sanitizers are like a cult favorite at this point. So this is their collaboration with Disney, and it's a special scent. So you get the Power Mist hand sanitizer and a mist case with the Mickey Mouse ears. It looks really cute. I'm not going to buy it, but I had to talk about it because it looks so adorable. We also have new attachments for the Dyson. So this is the Airwrap Coanda 2X. It's available for pre-order in Asia. I do own a Dyson, but I don't know anything about the next generation. It says it generates twice as much airflow with Dyson's most powerful hair mortar and dries and styles hair faster with a new straightening tool and smarter styling nozzle. Okay, that sounds really cool. Oh my goodness. So yeah, lots of things. Interested to see how that hair straightening tool works. It kind of looks like when you go to the gyno and they put that thing in there to like, you know what I'm talking about, but it's some kind of futuristic hair straightener, and that's available in 2 shades, Ceramic Pink Rose Gold and Jasper Plum. So very exciting. Okay, so I know all the Hourglass enthusiasts are freaking out because you can now get an ambient lighting edit customizable quad. So they had some pre-made ones, but now you can basically pick from shades of finishing, blush, bronzer, and highlight. So I'll try and remember to link it down below for you guys, but it looks like it's about $78. I don't know if it changes the price when you, let's see, when you add everything in. Oh, no, it's $78. That's cool. Ships in 5 to 7 business days. And I don't know much about the size or anything. Let's see here. Introducing our new ambient lighting edit quad, available in 5 exclusively curated palettes featuring our best-selling shades. Each powder utilizes photoluminescent technology to diffuse surrounding light for skin that appears lit from within. So that is very, very cool. Or you can pick whatever shades you want. So yeah, I just wanted to mention that because I know a lot of people love Hourglass, and I think this is going to make them a little bit more inclusive, which is very important in the beauty community. Okay, we have new shades of Juicy Tubes from Lancome, and these are coffee inspired. Say less. So we've got lavender latte, cocoa macchiato, and almond drip. I can practically hear Angie screaming from Texas because the girl's on a lavender journey, so I feel like that one's definitely for her. And then we have a new shade of the Benefit blush. It's called Blossy. So it's an apricot colored blush, creating a radiant matte finish that gives your complexion a warm sun-kissed glow. I feel like I have this 10 times over in my makeup collection, so it is a easy skip for me. Okay, I feel like we talked about this a little bit in a previous new makeup releases. We have a few more sneak peeks of Blend Bunny's Masterclass Pro Inspired product line by Jordan Liberty. Looks like it's launching May 30th, and I'm so excited for that collaboration. I think it's going to be so cool. We also have a little sneak peek from Lethal Cosmetics and their collaboration with Adventure Time. It says vivid, playful, and mathematical. So we've got lots of shades. Looks like it's going to be a palette and hopefully some other things too. So we've got to keep our eyes peeled on that. This is so funny, but basically for April Fools, there was a little sneaky joke that Glaminatrix had. They had a palette called Tones of Turd, and it was basically like shit colored shades. And so many people requested the palette, so they actually bought it to life. And they said that it's called the Grounded, with the same eyeshadows without the shitty theme. And they're not going to have a ton available. So if you wanted it, if you requested it, they said to keep an eye out because it'll be available. And yeah, I think that's pretty funny. That does happen every once in a while, where they'll launch something as a joke or they'll get a little cheeky and then people are actually like wanting it. So yeah, you never know. You never know when a shit themed palette might become a big deal around here. Okay, so I don't know why I haven't seen more posts about this. Probably because I feel like this foundation or this brand went more viral on TikTok, and I'm not really on TikTok a ton. But my friend, she's not really my friend, Monica Ravi, posted that Tir Tir is launching a Mask Fit liquid foundation, and this definitely piqued my interest because I feel like there was such a buzz about the first foundation or their foundations that they've had. So I went on their website because I'm nosy like that, and I found their new Mask Fit Red Foundation. They also have a Glide and Hide Blurring Concealer. So I did a little bit of ordering. They actually had like a discount. So if you ordered a bunch of stuff, you got like a deeper discount. So let me just go on here and tell you guys a little bit about the things I picked up. I'll try and link their website for you guys as well. So it says there is a pre-order going right now for the foundation and the concealer. So the foundation, it says, discover Tir Tir's newest base duo, the iconic red foundation, now reborn in a radiant liquid formula, and the multi-use Glide and Hide concealer designed to blur, brighten, and perfect, long-lasting, seamless, and effortless. And the foundation's $27. I did buy mine in the same shade as the Cushion foundation, so I bought it in 33N. And then the concealer is $16. This one I had a harder time because they didn't have swatches, so I literally winged it. I don't even know if the shade's going to be right for me, but it says it's a dual action concealer that glides, hides, and blurs in a tap. Meet the Tir Tir Glide and Hide Blurring Concealer, a multi-use 2-in-1 solution designed to perfect every contour with a creamy liquid tint to brighten and a silky balm to blur. This feather light buildable concealer smooths, sculpts, and hydrates for up to 72 hours. Available in 20 tailored shades, it delivers seamless radiance with zero creasing or transfer. I know this is going to come to Amazon. It just wasn't on there yet, so I decided to buy it on the Tir Tir website. But I feel like I've seen maybe a couple of people talk about it. I think I saw Manny post about it. But yeah, I saw Monica talk about it, and of course, I was like, let me get my hands on that. Maybe my subscribers will be interested, and if not, you know, I'm interested, I'm curious. I'm nosy like that, so I can't wait to try it out. So that is it, you guys. That's all the new makeup that I wanted to chat about with you this week. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. Definitely give me a thumbs up and let me know what product you're most looking forward to that is launching this week. Also, if you want me to highlight a particular launch, definitely tag me on Instagram so I can highlight it in a upcoming episode. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. If you have a little bit more time, YouTube should be popping up my latest video. I did do 4 looks with some exciting new indie palettes if you want to check that out. Otherwise, I'm sure I have a 2 looks video with the Singe Beauty palette. So lots for you guys to check out. I hope you guys are having a wonderful start to your week, and I will see you in my video where I am creating this look with the Sigma palette very soon. Bye, friends!